Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the film Under the Sky of Seoul, which is a South Korean film produced in 1961. It talks about an Eastern doctor, so he practiced the traditional Asian medicine, and he was very harsh with his wife and two kids. And to make things worse for him, in his neighborhood, there was recently another doctor who practiced the Western medicine, and he thought that this doctor of Western medicine, he thought that he was stealing his patients. However, this doctor of Western medicine and his daughter, who was a widow, they were both widows, both the Western doctor and his daughter. They kind of flirted, there were some feelings for each other, and the father was totally against that they would have anything to do with each other. And this is a representation between modern days and traditional Asian values. And we can see that the father didn't accept the modernity very well at first. His son, he had a girlfriend, but his family didn't know about it. And then this girl got pregnant. And this pregnant girl, she was taken by her mother to the Asian doctor. He diagnosed her pregnancy. Her mother was very angry because she was single and started complaining. And the Asian medicine doctor, couldn't imagine that the father was his own son. Anyway, the mother of the woman, she was disgusted by that. And then she went to the other doctor who practiced Western medicine. And the daughter lied to the mother that he said she wasn't pregnant. However, after a while, everyone found out that she was pregnant. The mother of the woman, she went to talk to the family of her boyfriend, and they were very shocked because they didn't know that his son had a girlfriend, and they were actually trying to matchmake and find him a wife. So it came as a shock to the entire family. And the father kicked the son out of home. His widowed daughter, she was a hairdresser, she had a beauty parlor, and she still lived at home with her parents. However, her father still refused to give permission for her to date the doctor. Even though the doctor was a nice guy, everyone liked him, but the father couldn't accept that anyway. And then in the film, it's shown some funny situations with the father and his friends. And then he decided someday, convinced by his friends, to be a politician and run in the local elections. By coincidence, the doctor who practiced Western medicine, he was a candidate too. However, he gave up as soon as he knew that his future father-in-law was also running for the elections. And then the father, he invested all his economies in the election, and even his daughter had to sell her beauty parlor to fund the political campaign of her father. And the more he was involved with politics, the more nervous he was, the more rude he was. By this point, his son, he was kicked out of home. He was living with his girlfriend, and their baby was about to be born. Then the son returns home to ask his father to give him some medicine because his girlfriend was very sick and their baby was about to be born. The father refused that, and then the son went away very hurt. The daughter, she was against her father being involved with politics. the entire family started to be very worried, because if he didn't win the election, the family would be in a terrible financial situation, because they invested until the last coin they had in that political campaign. So the day of the election came, and then they listened to the radio about the results, and they listened that the father had won the elections. And then he went out with his friends to celebrate. However, the result that was firstly given in the radio, it was a mistake. And after the father returned from the party, he realized that he actually lost the election. He only got 8 votes. And only his family and the Western doctor, who was in love with his daughter, it was the only people who voted for him. So his friends and neighbors and everyone who convinced him that he would win, that he was a local man, a known doctor who had already helped many people and blah blah blah, his former patients, nobody voted for him. And then the father got very depressed. He left a letter to his family saying he was very ashamed and disappeared. Then the doctor, who at this point he was already dating his daughter and about to get married with her, he published an ad in the newspaper telling that the father could return home because his debts were already paid. It was the doctor who paid it. And then the father returned very depressed, very ashamed about what he did with his family, that they would be in a terrible financial situation for his sake. And then he tried to resist that his daughter was dating the doctor, but then he knew that it was the doctor who paid his debts. And then he realized that the doctor was a nice man. And before arriving home, he was hit by a car. He was in the hospital. It was his doctor who treated him with the Western medicine. So he also realized that the Western medicine could be useful and as valuable as traditional Asian medicine. And everyone was happy and united again. He wanted to meet his grandson, and he was very happy with his grandson. And it's a nice film, it's a relaxing film, it's a typical Korean film of the era. It's a kind of film that you must watch if you want to relax, if you want good values. Those films are completely non-violent, and they have a slow pace, so you can understand the film slowly. Even if you are a Westerner, you can understand the film without problems. It's very nice to learn a new culture if you're not familiar with Korean culture. And it's very, very, very nice. It's a film that will make you relax. I know that those classic Korean films aren't always easy to be found, but if you have an opportunity to watch them, you should do it. You should compare with the K-dramas that are produced nowadays, see the similarities and differences, and I'm sure you're going to love that. That's all for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you!